Hello, my name is Amy. Welcome back to another haul video. So I came back from Hawaii last week. I was unable to attend the Spring Act 2 launch in Vancouver because I literally left the day before the launch. So I guess I had no choice but to shop in Hawaii while I was there and hope that the item that I was looking for was there. So let me open it up first. I'm sure that you guys are dying to know what it is first, and then we can talk about it a little bit more. Also, I decided to film this video instead of my monthly favorites or my current favorites because I'm pretty sure I will not hear the end of it if I didn't reveal or unbox this to you guys first. Based on the shape of the dust bag or even the shape of the box, you probably can guess what it is. On here it says Petite Maroquinerie, which means small leather goods. Cute little drawstring dust bag. To reveal alright, to reveal this little cutie over here. So this is called the round clutch with chain. It sometimes shows a bit of green, sometimes a little bit of purple, and it obviously has a black undertone, but it's super pretty. Shiny gold hardware, and also I believe the leather is a grain calf skin, but the caviar on this, if you look at it very closely, is very fine. It feels like a softer caviar as well. This color will pretty much go with everything. I also showed you guys that I was trying this little clutch on my Insta stories. So during my trip, I tried on this particular one. I also tried on the big CC one, the timeless CC one with it's the cruise collection, so it has like a pink and the green and the blues. It was very pretty. I almost wanted to buy that one just because on that day I was wearing a very pretty dress. It looked really pretty with that dress because it had a lot of pink in it, but I held back because that's not really what I wanted to get initially. I actually initially wanted this little purse in the iridescent beige. I do know that the beige and the pink version with the bigger CC, with the pearl CC, is actually made of grain lambskin. So I would imagine that that one would be even softer. Not that it makes a huge difference, but the only thing that might be a con for softer leather is that it is a little bit harder to open and close this little bag. So even on this one, because I feel like it is a softer caviar compared to the timeless, also because it has kind of like an edge and it feels a little bit more structured and harder, that one was so easy to open and close. I actually tried it a few times in the store. Something to keep in mind, it's not going to be a deal breaker only because it's still easy to open, it's just a little harder to close. Maybe I just have to figure out the angles or where to hold it by. It comes with the authenticity card, and the interior is just a little black hole, but it does have two slip pockets on each side. And there is also the serial code here on top at the back. Actually, it's at the front. There's like a little leather piece that sticks out, and that's where the serial code is. Mine says Chanel made in Italy. Another interesting fact about the round clutch, if you guys are ever thinking about one, if I'm not mistaken, I think they were introduced in the Cruise 2019 collection, or could it have been in Fall Act 2? So it's either Fall Act 2 or Cruise. Ever since they launched the very first version of this round clutch, they've actually improved and revamped it a little bit. It's not super noticeable if you don't really have one side by side to look at. The newer version has a perfect circle. The older version is kind of like almost like an oval. It's not a perfect circle, so that's the first difference. The second difference is that the old version is a little bit thinner. So this is a bit thicker in depth and will accommodate that extra thing, like that extra coin pouch or a couple more lipstick. I did measure it. It's 12.5 centimeters over 12.5 centimeters because it's a circle and it's a perfect circle, and the depth is about 6 centimeters. What you cannot fit is a card holder or even a 6 key. If I just left this one thing in it, it just fits, meaning like sitting this way, then sure, it will fit. But if it's standing up straight, then it will protrude a little bit. I think you see what I mean over here, right? So it's kind of, you know, it's not pretty and it's not practical that way. Therefore, card holders and key holders is a no-go. It doesn't matter which phone you have, whether you have the iPhone 10 or the iPhone XS Max, which is my case. I have the larger phone. It doesn't matter which phone you have, because unless you have a flip phone that is a lot shorter, it will not fit in this. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cards over here. That's a huge stack. There you have it. That's all the cards inside. This is a 1 fluid ounce bottle of sanitizer. You can definitely fit in that because that's, you know, that's smaller than the length of the bag. You can also put a round coin purse if you have one, or some sort of coin purse. I have this kind of like a squarish one that I had from like a bazillion years, and I have coins in it as well as my keys, which I removed from my key holder, and that obviously fits in perfectly as well. And there's tons of space still. Key fob for the garage, which I need if I am gonna drive, and I can obviously put in here. I also have my car keys, which I will need if I'm driving. So all that will fit. As you can see, it really fits a lot, but you just have to take out the larger dimension items. And it still has a lot of space. So I have my lip balm here, homeopathic remedy over here, but let's just pretend it's a lipstick because I'm sure most people will instead be carrying an extra lip product, which fits perfectly as well. It's getting there, it's getting full, and it's not super organized or anything, but it is small, so it's probably not going to be that hard to find. Hair ties or hair clips, all that will fit as well. I'm not going to fill it any further just because the more you fill it, the harder it's going to find the stuff that's on the bottom. But just to show you that all that fits perfectly. And it's actually a little bit heavy now. I have the Canon G7X, and we know that the Canon G7X is a pretty good size point and shoot camera. That camera fits and it's pretty amazing. So if you do want to bring a camera, for example, even though I don't recommend it because you'll always have to fight with the zipper teeth every time you take it in and out of it, in a pinch, it actually does fit, and you can still put your lip balm and your car keys in it, but not much more. Like my hips are right here, it just sits on top of my hips. I am 5 feet 4 inches tall. The rectangle mini is a little bit on the longer side, and I think they're very similar, as you can see. See, they're very similar in the length. So maybe this is a tiny bit more. Yeah, it is a tiny bit longer. Aside from this little cutie, which I originally wanted in the lighter iridescent colors, even though I'm super happy with this one, I was also hoping to get those super Logomania Chanel earrings. On the first day that I was at Ala Moana, I did try on the gold one. So they have the gold version, and they also have the version with the gems, with the crystals. That version is a lot bigger than the gold ones, which are the plain ones. I love my Chanel earrings, and I think that they're more comfortable than Dior earrings, for example. And the reason is because I always go for the posts that are thinner. But even with Chanel, they do alternate, I guess, between different seasons. They do alternate how they create the posts of their earrings. I'm not exactly sure how to decide that. It's not even the fact that dangly earrings have thicker posts and vice versa, because there were seasons where I bought studs. They were really small and they had the thicker posts. Turns out that for this season with the logo earrings, they have the thicker posts. And actually I checked a lot of other smaller earrings, even the stud ones. The ones that I saw did also have the thicker posts. And I don't mean the same kind of post as Dior, but they do sort of taper and become thicker closer to the earring. I have somewhat sensitive ears. I try to really avoid the thick posts, or even the ones that taper into a thicker post, including a lot of the Chanel earrings in the past that I've had to say no to, even though I love them. I love them so much. I'm actually kind of obsessed about them. I turned them down. By the time I came back to the mall, which was only, I think it was only 2 or 3 days later, they had already sold that pair that I tried on, and I feel like, oh, maybe I should have gotten them. But then I know myself, I know that I'd rather try to get the ones with the clip-ons, because I do know they exist. It's all over Instagram. Well, maybe not all over, but I have seen them on Instagram, and I know that the models that were wearing them on the runway, which is where I saw them the very first time a few months ago, they were also wearing the clip-on version. So I need your guys' help. If you guys are not after those earrings, and if you do happen to see them at your store with the clip-on version, please let me know. Please email me and let me know where you're from and where you saw them, because I would really want to get my hands on a pair, and I know they're ridiculously priced. If I can get the clip-on ones, I would love to have the one with the crystals, because I might as well go all out and do the crystals as well. Don't you guys think? I mean, they're very extra, but I might as well. So I hope you guys enjoyed my little Hawaii haul, my little reveal. I know it's something small, but I thought it deserved a whole video in itself, because I know some of you will or might be interested in this little bag, because I definitely was intrigued by this little bag, and there is a bit of difference between this one, this newer version, and the old one, so I thought you guys might appreciate that info, and also see how it looks on me. But yeah, thank you all so much for taking the time to watch this video. If you're brand new to my channel, I would really love to have you back. I'm also active on Instagram. I post a lot of my outfit pictures there. Obviously, if I'm not dressed up and I'm just going to grocery store, I'm not gonna post any of that, but otherwise I will be posting all my outfits. I love doing that, so I hope you follow me there as well. Oh, I almost forgot, I actually had a giveaway a couple weeks ago. It's an organizer giveaway, and I haven't chosen the winner at the moment yet, but by the time this video goes up, I would have chosen a winner, so I will put the winner's name over here, and I would have already contacted that person via Instagram as well. So congratulations. Thanks again, and I'll talk to you again very soon. Have a great week. Bye.